So again, when we're talking about things we've learned over the last few years and how I guess our own attitudes towards estate agency have changed, one of the big things that we notice is when estate agents join us, typically they've left an independent or corporate environment, and we've all got these numbers in our head of what success looks like when we're running an estate agency, right? So I actually worked for a company that my target was nearly 70 new instructions per month, which is insane when you look back at it. But even if you took something more, more commonplace, a lot of companies out there, your target might be to list 15 or 20. It's to sell 10 or 15. And actually, when you work self-employed, you have to get used to thinking different numbers. Ironically, you get used to thinking smaller numbers, but of course, what you get to keep of that is much, much larger. So, if we took an example of selling 3 houses per month, if you're doing £3,333 per transaction, then that's £10,000 worth of income for your business per month for just selling 3 houses. How many have you got to do? What have you got to list? 5 to sell 3, something along those lines. And it is just getting that readjustment. I remember having an agent say to me at the end of their first month once, "Oh, I'm really disappointed, I've only listed 6. And it took a bit of re-education to say, yeah, I know how you feel, because I remember feeling that way, but actually let's look at what 6 times 12, that's 72, right? If you divide up that, you're going to sell 50 houses a year minimum. 3.5 grand each times 50 is a really generous income. So it's just a mindset change that we all have to go through.
Yeah, and I've noticed that as well, and I think it's really important that people do a business plan before they start and do a forecast and kind of work out what they want to achieve over the first year and the second year, and then work back from there. If you want to do £100,000 of gross commission, then work out how many instructions you need, how many sales you need. I think one of the other things we've noticed is that we tend to be selling a bit more than we expected, or than I used to in the high street. I know we've had a very crazy market, but certainly our fall-through rate is much, much lower than it has been historically for me. In my career, it's way less than 20%. It's nearer sort of 13-14%. It seems to be our fall-through rate. So I do think that across the board, I do think that this personal agency model is better suited to help the client and therefore reduce fall-throughs and actually convert more properties from instruction to sale, because there's that personal service being given. So I think when you work all of that stuff out, actually, like Scott says, you need to do 2 sales a month and you can make a very, very good living out of this model. And it's just that mindset shift that you have to change sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.